Nothing says being back in my comfortable chair like spotlighting some Cinema Snob comfort films like anything from auteur to end all auteurs, Neil Breen. We are now on the fourth film from Neil Breen. After the masterpieces Double Down, I Am Here Now, and Fateful Findings. And this one is definitely a step up in budget. Look, he has a different picture of himself on the cover. And look at all of those extras. Could this be Breen's Gone with the Wind? In the 2016 film Thru, Breen plays a magical entity sent to rid the world of corruptions.
Whoa, clearly going into different territory than his previous films.
Look, you don't need me to explain the plot. The poster does it for you. Artificial intelligence arrives to immediately cleanse the human species of millions of humans who are harmful to other humans. Oh, great. So he's an evil dictator now. I can't get too mad. It's nice to have a poster that straight up tells you what the runtime is. Look, it's 90 minutes. Do you want to spend that time watching Thru or not? Do I? It's in gorgeous widescreen, of course I do. And with IMDb trivia like this, absolutely. Production was halted when Neil Breen turned into a rocket and launched into space. To relieve tension on set, Neil Breen would play a pair of bongos in a Bigfoot suit. I 100% believe that both of those things happened. I've been hooked on his previous films, so Thru had better lure me in just as much. Ooh, it does have a bigger budget. They went to a planetarium. However, the opening title budget, not so much. Mountains, desert in a Neil Breen movie? Well, he has definitely settled on a style. Some of these shots suggest a possible 3D conversion. It's like I really am lost and dying of thirst. I'm starting to think his movies are interchangeable. Yeah, I know. Oh, don't listen to me. His movies are still full of surprises. The answer is yes. Yes, I do want to know where this is going. Well, at least one of those clocks is wrong. But what's right is that the tiger is the least weird part of this scenario. Now we're off to the kids studying how the universe was created and what were the Transformers contributions. This feels like I'm watching viewers of the movie doing other things while Thru simply plays in the background. When do we get to see our hero? Perhaps you should have cleaned up the set before filming? Well, I'm not shocked that in 4 Breen movies he still hasn't figured out how to turn on a computer screen. We need to get to our journey through the canyon of the blue cheese moon, searching for the can of beans of Christ.
Clean the smuggler arrival area so the border patrol doesn't know where we're at. Here's your pay.
It was nice of the co-producer to stop by. He seems nice. Ouch. Breen is hooked on a special kind of heroin. It's most effective when you just squirt it onto some mosquito bites. How does Breen do so much work in front of and behind the camera? Oh, there's 2 of them. I knew it. It's foreshadowing what would later become Twisted Pair. Can we just stick with him? I don't care about the other characters.
Hey, it's me.
I don't know who you are! If there's one thing Breen knows, it's teen banter.
I've been working on a couple new songs, and I'm really proud of them.
Yeah, I've written like 2 or 3.
Yeah, you know, no big deal. Probably gonna win a couple of Grammys. I don't mean to brag about my songs, but they are way better than yours.
After finding out it's impossible to film in Area 51, the next stop on this tour is hiding out in this missile to shoot us directly to a tropical island. Although I really don't think they have the budget for that. Because they couldn't even show a flame, not to mention... Their fences are really cheap. Oh good, another character. Don't know who anyone else is, so might as well introduce another.
Hey. I've realized that I've called you a lot in the past, with a lot of false alarms.
Could you please, for the love of God, just say your name? At least now I've found out that these are the world's worst drug smugglers.
Oh, really?
A costume so cheap, it suggests that you really did want to get caught. Oof, listen to that. Oh, she's a little creakier than usual. It really has been a while since I've sat here. Like every Neil Breen movie, these drugs are going to the nation's bad people.
This is for the stockbrokers, pimps, bankers.
That doesn't seem like a lot. I think all the corrupt citizens will use all of these drugs within seconds. Look, don't ask any questions or they'll shoot you.
I'm all he's got in the world.
Grandma, why'd you shoot her?
Because we're showing off our perfect muzzle flashes.
Let's get out of here now!
You know, this is making me miss the gunfire from Assassin 33 AD. Pass Thru makes that look like a Michael Bay film. Just because you're running for your lives from drug dealers doesn't mean you can't stop for clunky exposition.
Your mother's my sister! She was murdered! I swear to God I'd take care of you!
Yes, that is lazy, but it's better than just screaming. Oh God, go back to the exposition! Oh, and a red dot keeps appearing on screen. It took me until now to realize that that's intentional and not just a mistake. It's there to signal Captain Breen, we need your help! Just, take your time, no rush. Sure, pose for the camera a bit, I guess. Makes sense. All this talk about who should play the Tiger King in the movie version, why didn't anyone consider Neil Breen the obvious choice? All he needs to do is put his hand on the red dot, and he is magically Breen screened in with a tiger. Sorry, but I'm choosing to believe he actually did stand face to face with a tiger. But finally, we are given Breen's pass-through backstory.
I am artificial intelligence from far in the future.
Well, duh. He's there to clean the human species of their failings. See? Genocide is okay so long as it's for helpful reasons. As for this guy, I don't know if he's at home or in the same spare bedroom that always doubles as a hospital in Neil Breen movies. He's missing out on the field trip.
Hey, have you found anything? Or seen something? Some homeless bum.
That homeless bum is gonna give you movie reviews at a low cost, you entitled pricks. He better hurry, people are being forced onto a bus to summer camp, whether they want to or not. Though they could try their luck escaping through the desert.
We can't stop! I don't think I can go any further!
You've only gone the length of 2 blocks. They're being held captive in what I assume is the same apartment that the old guy is in, and the rules here are harsh.
You belong to me. You ran away and tried to escape.
Ooh, tough as nails, getting in touch with her inner badass Goretta.
All right, you bunch of pussies. I'm back and I'm kicking ass.
Well, at least these two found some help, I suppose.
I'll stay in the car up front.
No, we can't stay here!
It'll be fine. I'll clean it up.
I don't feel like I'm watching a movie. I feel like I'm watching some weird role-playing by April Ludgate and Andy Dwyer.
Oh my God! What are you doing?
What's it look like? He's cleansing the trailer before cleansing society. Which is all the fault of the politicians with their secrets and corruption and stuff. Listen to these immigrants.
I left my country to make a better life for my family.
Now wait! We paid a lot of money to get into this country.
You're all from Nevada, stop it. This is like 5 minutes of rambly webcam confessions.
I'm getting out of here. Now.
Oh, you will do shitty line delivery on camera or die. I suppose some would rather die than roam the desert and spend time with these possible time travelers.
Here, drink some water.
We'll get it ourselves. Leave us alone!
Oh great, she's Grace from Terminator Dark Fate. Things aren't much better in the hostage complex.
Aw, damn! I need some help in here!
I'm trying to take a shit and someone done hung themselves. I feel like any minute now an angry Asian murder hornet will show up. Oh, there we go. At least this is a full movie and actually puts dialogue between the walking, or at the least something weird. Huh, well that was bizarre. Can't say I've ever seen that. This is a totally realistic reaction. Look, I didn't say the lines were good, but there are lines.
Man's law changes with his understanding of man. Only the laws of the spirit realm.
Yes, I've read Dianetics. Anyway, Neil, we need to talk.
I saw you. You're a weird dude.
Finally, a character in a Neil Breen movie that truly gets it. This is like a plot thread from The Stand that thank God we didn't follow.
Don't come near me. I'll kill you, you fucker!
I won't hurt you.
I feel that was improvised. Someone wants to back out of this movie. Anyway, we're good now, as he suddenly starts acting like a dog. But back to those evil pimps and smugglers sneaking into the country and doing evil pimping and smuggling. Although they probably know what laundry is.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm fine.
Yeah, clothes can be confusing. That's why I've worn the same clothes for 13 years. We do find out his name, though, in the dumbest way possible.
So what's your name?
My name is Till.
It took me longer than I'd care to admit to figure out that his name is Light backwards. No time for that. We gotta create the pet cemetery and do the world's laziest morning exercises. What? I'm technically moving. Also, I think God sneezed on your camera lens. You might want to wipe that off. Oh right, the old guy, he's still here.
Hello! Hello! Dead connection.
Something tells me it's like the computers and you just simply didn't turn them on. But we got more important things.
Hey, look, there's that guy again.
Yeah, let's throw some rocks at him for saying that 365 Days was the best movie he's ever seen. I bet he's secretly rich. Look, he's got a concert hall and teaches the magic of music on a broken piano.
Music's magical. Universal.
Yeah, you can get anything to work as long as you edit music over it. Well, almost anything. We need to take a minute, though, and explain his name to those who didn't get it.
Your name, Till. That's Light. L-I-G-H-T.
Wrong. It's goblin spelled backwards. I'm actually grateful she explained this to us. This is like if Terrence Malick started the Manson family with a side project of being a children's magician. Sweet, now pull a can of tuna from my ear. See? He can even magically summon animals from Siegfried and Roy! While the tiger has his lunch, I'll take my meal break too. I'm gonna chug a glass of water because even I'm thirsty looking at this heat. Now that we're back, I don't know, Neil's still going on some tirade about humans being mere specks full of lies and deception without any core Ozzie and Harriet style values. You're ruining Thanksgiving, Neil! And he manages to still get weirder.
Here we are now.
That's going in your ass, isn't it? Till can manipulate space, time, and energy, but could you not? That sausage is my lunch. He is here to teach her the ways of the universe. You too can impress your friends with these new Snapchat backgrounds before going the full death cult.
I'm going to eliminate hundreds of millions of the human species.
I made a terrible mistake. But Neil gives us a behind-the-scenes view of a real newsroom.
What an asshole that politician was.
Move over, Aaron Sorkin. I need a newsroom that just tells me what evil things they do.
We're just as biased and prejudiced in how we present the news as the public is.
This is like James Woods writing CNN fan fiction. I know I make a lot of Thanos jokes in these reviews, but finally we have a hero who is making people disappear from Earth in order to save Earth because, well, he is Thanos. Again, makes sense. Though he may secretly be a villain.
I will eliminate all of the people like you that have ruined this planet.
Racist! Time to remove this one from a list of episodes on Hulu. Excellent! Racism is now cured. He better not put on a mud mask. Oh, I'm sure Neil will dig himself out of this one.
Go back to the countries that you came from.
It's best you add some context to that. If you ask me, he's making people disappear because he wants a new house. It's like the end of Infinity War if Thanos just sat outside of a mansion. Oh, did going inside also exceed the budget?
I know senior national elected government officials who I can force my political bias.
Why, yes, I don't believe you're really in that house. This is the home of the evil politicians and lobbyists and insurance companies with their 4-person house parties. Oh, so corrupt.
Isn't that corrupt? Isn't that cheating the public? Isn't that betraying the public's trust?
Who is this guy, and why do we keep inviting him to our parties? What a buzzkill.
Who is that guy?
I have no idea. Never seen him before.
Yeah, it was less awkward when I asked that, thank you very much. Remember though, Till is the good guy, so he's gonna blow shit up. The maids and butlers were necessary collateral damage. The news will continue explaining the rest to us, as if that's necessary. He has narration, which means he's very wise.
It had become obvious thousands of years ago that our technology had exceeded that of the human species.
Neil Breen is the John Redcorn of Matthew McConaughey's. Must be why this is now an entertainment news show.
Security! Security! Help!
Security! You won't need security.
Great, now how am I supposed to find out the latest celebrity scandal? Not from Neil, I imagine.
I am not of this earth. I am artificial intelligence from far into the future.
I don't know what he's talking about. I just feel it's gonna end with him telling us the Earth is flat. Or why we all had to die suddenly.
Films, TV, radio, the internet. The glorification of violence and corruption.
Didn't you just kill 300 million people? Yes, he did. He fully admits that he is the ultimate member of cancel culture.
I've eliminated 300 million humans from the planet today. In human terms, I have killed them all.
Thanks, you really saved us, pretentious Hitler. It wouldn't be a Neil Breen movie without an incredibly long climactic speech in front of a green screen. Though in this particular case, at least it's in a newsroom, so it's supposed to be in front of a green screen. He begins asking people to boycott corporations and overturn pointless laws, all of which seem like a moot point considering most of civilization is now dead anyway. Plus, he's gotten rid of the evil people. Why does he need to give us this advice? He's telling us to revolt, but there's no one left to revolt against. He should have gotten rid of these characters as it barely feels like they have any impact on the story. And every time I see this red dot, I think of the cashmere sweater from Seinfeld. But let's aggressively get the professor out of bed so he can witness the end of the world or something. It feels wrong not reviewing this end-of-the-world movie from my closet, and I don't think everyone's taking this seriously.
Dad, come with us.
No, I'm just gonna stay here. It's just another one of your false alarms. I'm just gonna stay here and get some sleep.
Dad, everyone's dead. Hello, you really shouldn't have thrown trash at me earlier, but I'll still leave you with a handful of Starman ripoffs.
Wow.
Tin Man shits. Look, we need something else to happen in this climax. So her niece goes missing. The movie can be about that now.
I'm so glad you're back. Help me. I need to find her. She's missing. We have to find her. Please. We have to find her.
Ugh, gross. Human contact. What is this revolting emotion you're showing? I'm trying to social distance here.
Anyway, she wandered into a cave, as you do. This is pretty much what the rest of the movie is. Wandering around a cave for 15 minutes with some weird guy who scares people away with ghost shadows.
Where have you been? We've been looking for you. Who are you? I'm gonna kill you. What have you been doing with her? No. What's going on?
There's no middle ground in a Neil Breen movie. Either you're too dry, or you scream like an unhinged madman. Either way, you're probably a stranger.
You are now free of PTSD.
Thank you for freeing me.
Cool? Thankfully, he brought back all of the people who were murdered earlier in the movie. That better include the help that you blew up. Oh, by the way, it's a Lifetime movie now.
You bastard. You abusive bastard. You followed me. It's my ex-husband.
I've been looking for you.
Seems like that should have been a person he made disappear.
Leave us alone!
Yeah, I could have jumped in sooner, but I'm far too slow and might get hurt.
Don't shoot. You can't hurt me.
He says after the man shot 2 women. I guess Till's safety is all that matters. It's okay, he brings them back after making the ex-husband shoot himself. You could have done that beforehand, but why question God? She's gonna use her second chance at life to continue screaming endlessly. Miracles are happening all over the place. Someone off camera is fixing the fence, and Orville Redenbacher has brought delicious popcorn to watch the movie's ending.
I lived to see it. I've waited my whole life for this.
That's nice, but there are way better movies out there than Neil Breen's. Or maybe not, I think theaters are still closed. The cleanse has begun as we finally get to that shot from the poster. That's less like Gone with the Wind and more like the crowd shots from Space Jam. Also, spoiler poster! Again, I am positive he's a cult leader.
I'm really going.
You are really going.
And with these post-production wipe effects, it's way easier than you think to be a genocidal madman. Thus ends Neil Breen's latest masterpiece, guided by the spirit of Coleman Francis. Also, he's the Hulk now. We'll see you 2 years later for Twisted Pair, and don't forget to pick up a brochure in the lobby, plus stay during the credits, where it's foretold that Neil Breen did everything. Ah, classic Neil Breen, a man whose movies are bad for the exact same reasons, but still provides us with plenty of material and entertainment. Kudos to this man. Anyone else would have turned meta and self-aware upon making their second film, but not Neil. 4 movies in, and he's still just as genuine as he was in his first film. What a great movie to come back to my big comfy chair for. And since we're back, we gotta mark this occasion by bringing back the Tox Box to do a viewer poll for next week's episode. Let's find out what our choices are. Alright, so we got Night of the Creeps. Excellent, I'll go on location and review it from a dark alley. Our second choice, Tourist Trap. Well, given the quarantine, I think if you go on vacation, about everything's a tourist trap. Third option, The Hills Have Eyes. Woo-hoo, just in time for The Trees Have Eyes. And of course, there's the fourth choice with the 1982 dramedy Soup for One. Vote now at patreon.com/thecinemasnob, and this will give me plenty of time to go to the hospital because this box has been here for months. It is full of viruses and spiders.
You are not going anywhere!